Good afternoon, my name's Ian McDonald. I'm the Senior Environment Officer for Agriculture for the Environment Agency here in Yorkshire. My role is to help support staff in the area working with farmers and land managers. Today I've been asked to give an overview of soil management from a land manager's perspective. When working with soil, we need to consider the diagram on the left and all the interactions that have a potential to affect soil health. Soil health can have various different measures, and these are something that each individual landowner will need to consider. We work with soil, and it's a basic resource that we'll need to continue working with and having respect for many of our activities. The photo in the background demonstrates how soil can easily leave the farming system if soil health and soil structure is not in good condition. So some of those soil health issues can lead to pollution and production issues. So capping means that there's a hard cap on the top of the surface of the soil. This reduces the potential of water filtration. Compaction from livestock and machinery also has an impact on water filtrating. Slumping, which is lack of soil structure and it becomes like a fluffy bed of earth, and wind erosion. What good soil structure can give us though is the ability to hold this water and retain more water within the soil, and also retain and provide nutrient availability for crops. So these benefits are good for the farming business. Further, the farmer needs to also think about the soil and what's in the soil. So as you see on the main picture there, and then the first bullet point, it's not just about what the farmer farms above the surface, but it's also what's underneath the ground. Improving that will improve your soil structure. So the land manager needs to really think about that. By doing that, you'll improve better rooting systems. You'll also make the soils more resilient during droughts and floods and easier to recover. And it's easier to work with good soil structure. By having good soil structure means that you need to use less diesel and less power from the tractors to drag implements through. So that reduces your cost of metal to replace those parts on those implements, such as seed drills or cultivators. So the good practices that farmers are using: integrating more livestock back into farming rotations. This adds organic matter. Organic matter helps with the soil organic matter, and this can be achieved through some of the techniques through regenerative agriculture. The use of cover crops, which is part of that process, can help with increasing the uptake of minimum tillage or non-inversion agriculture, so less use of a plough. And to do this though, the farmer will need to have some kind of process on farm in terms of, why are we doing A, B, C and D, and how have our techniques changed, and are we monitoring them? How are others potentially doing it? What other techniques can we find out there? These good practices will help to add towards farm resilience moving forward. In the era of post-common agricultural practice due to Brexit, this can add to some of the aspirations for the sector. So things like climate change, more wet weathers, drier periods, also natural capital and ecosystem services. Are there payments there for natural capital ecosystem services? If not now, maybe in the future. So what barriers do we see? So some of the barriers are around knowledge and the understanding of the issues. So peer-to-peer learning, farmer to farmer, is one way of doing that. And the support and advice out there that can be sought. Social media is really good at this at the moment, and there's lots of farmers using that. One of the issues though is the uncertainty. So this is a long-term aspiration or process. It's not an overnight result. So the farmer needs to be mindful of that and needs to be aware that crops and production may go backwards before it starts to go forwards and become more resilient and more self-sustaining. One of the issues is around investment. So lack of kit may mean that you need to change your kit. And then there's the thing around changing kit but also retaining old kit, the plough, just in case. So in the two diagrams we see here, you've got a tractor and a new drill that was about £300,000 a number of years ago now. The prices have fallen, but it's still an expensive item to get for the farm to proceed with it looking to improve its soil health. So cost of these changes is quite high, or can be quite high. So considerations that we need to make. Soil baseline. Where's your soil now? Do farmers, land managers understand this? Get the spade out and look. That's cheap to do. Knowledge. Improve your knowledge. Go exploring social media. Look for farmers who are doing this already. Consider the economics. Yes, there may be a hit short term, but then in the long term, are you more resilient, more sustainable? Do you need contingencies? And then have a plan. Short, medium, long term outcomes. What's the plan for the farm? That's a quick fly through. Any questions, be most welcome to answer those. Thank you.